E, S, G. 3 letters that are becoming increasingly important in corporate practices to better respond to current global issues and increase consumer demands for concrete corporate action on the environment, communities, and governance.
What we're seeing about ESG is that over the last few years, there's certainly been an increase in the level of awareness about the complexity of climate change and social issues all around the world. People are more aware about issues related to the environment. People are more aware about gender and racial inequality issues. You have social disparity both globally and across different social classes. So at the same time that this is happening, people are starting to trust less government's ability to drive and lead change. So consumers are starting to expect businesses to lead and drive change. At the same time, when you look at investors are looking for what's called long-term risk-adjusted returns. And that essentially means that when they're looking at which companies they're going to invest in, they want to see companies that not only have the ability to generate a healthy financial return over time, but also that do this without impacting the environment, without having a disregard for their employees, their suppliers, the local communities that they touch with their products and services. Companies that will not engage in scandals, that will not have a risk of reputational damage down the road, because all of these will end up impacting their financial returns. So what are companies doing? Well, what businesses are doing is they are starting to make sustainability commitments. And one notable event that's happened over the last few years is on August 19th, 2019, 181 CEOs got together and for the first time made a statement. This was done through what's called the Business Roundtable, where they got together and they said, well, we realize that the primary purpose of a corporation should no longer be to just generate value for their shareholders. Instead, it should be to benefit all its stakeholders. Now, you got to think of their employees, you got to think of the communities that they touch, you got to think of their customers, the environment, everybody that they impact with their scope of products and services. So how do companies make this happen? Well, from a buying scenario, what buying organizations are doing is they want to purchase goods and services from suppliers that really align with their sustainability goals, that are safe, that are environmentally and socially responsible. And suppliers, on the other hand, realize, well, if we leverage our sustainability practices, this is going to really increase our competitive advantage. So essentially what ESG does and why it's important for everyone is because it allows everybody to collaborate, to work together to drive the sustainability agenda and achieve their sustainability goals. A company is only as sustainable as its supply chain. I mean, no matter how much you do internally, you really cannot do it alone. Companies are too dependent on suppliers. So when it comes to sustainability, when it comes to ESG, it's all very much the same. You need to look at your supply chain as an extension of your organization and at the same time as an extension of your impact. But when you choose to buy goods from a shop on the other side of the world that employs child labor, that is going to impact your ESG score. When you choose to buy timber from an operation that contributes to deforestation or that is dumping waste on rivers and oceans, that also impacts your ESG score. So all of that is to say that the actions of your suppliers can very much impact your own brand equity, your own reputation, and that will eventually have a financial impact on your own organization. I mean, consumers really boycott large brands that have issues throughout their supply chain, whether they are child labor, modern slavery issues, environmental issues, through the use of disreputable suppliers. This happens all the time. So really companies need to make sure that as they engage on their sustainability journey, they have business partners that are aligned with their goals and with their objectives. And when it comes to supply chain, really it's all about making sure that you're working with safe, environmentally and socially responsible suppliers. Our customers really benefit from the use of the Candybox technology, tools, and resources as well when they're going down the path of starting their ESG journey. See, when they use the Candybox technology, they can leverage our e-learning capabilities in order to spread awareness, to raise awareness about ESG issues both within their employees and within their supply chain. They can also communicate with their supply chain through the use of the Candybox billboard. Through the use of the Candybox ESG program, they will be able to screen suppliers against specific ESG areas, and at the same time they will enable suppliers to be able to look at their own organization and then figure out, well, how am I doing in the main areas that are important to me, and what is it that I need to improve? And certainly, last but not least, through our compliance management solution, we allow hiring organizations to really screen suppliers against drivers of ESG. So now think about things like safety, environmental performance, and whatnot.
For more information on how Cognibox can help with ESG, contact your customer success manager or Cognibox's customer service. To learn more about this topic, please consult our e-learning platform and catalog, as well as our training and professional services in risk management.